Thank you for all coming and spending your lunch with me. Again, my name is Trisha Hicks, and I'm the health coaching coordinator here at Provia. And you'll also be hearing from Eric Williams. He's a personal trainer at Super Fitness, and he comes out to Provia and does our team training on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today's topic of our Lunch and Learn is stuff the bird, not yourself, and how to deal with a 3,000 calorie Thanksgiving meal, and just kind of get your mindset ready to get you through the holidays, because we know it's a time everything's centered around food. So I'm just going to give you some tips about how you can get through that. Did you know that the average American consumes more than 4,500 calories and 229 grams of fat during a typical holiday gathering from just snacking and eating? That's equivalent to 2 1/4 the average daily caloric intake and almost 3.5 times the fat that the average American should consume. So if you think of it in terms of sticks of butter, you're consuming about 3 sticks of butter during a holiday feast. You would have to run a moderate pace for 4 hours, swim for 5 hours, or walk for 30 miles to burn off that. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to do any of those 3. And again, don't wait until January 1st to start the latest and greatest fad diet. Fad diets don't work, and you're just going to put on more pounds that you're going to have more trouble getting back off. Tips to trim the Thanksgiving fat: start the day with physical activity. Physical activity helps regulate your appetite, boosts your mood and metabolism, and serves as a good reminder of the hard work that it takes to burn off those calories that you're going to be consuming. Plus, you start with a calorie deficit before you even begin to indulge in your favorite foods. Again, and if you've met with me or Stacy or talked with Eric, eat breakfast. Meal skipping just slows down your metabolism, and it encourages you to overeat because you're ravenously hungry then throughout the day. Third, eat slowly. It takes our mind 20 minutes to catch up with our bellies. Eating slowly allows you to enjoy the food on your plate and avoid overeating. A simple tip that I'm sure you've all heard before is just put your fork down between the bites and engage in conversation with your family and friends. Fill your plate with all the seasonable fiber-rich produce and veggies. Stay away from the things that are laden in fats and the gravies. 5, an easy thing to do is keep it lean and opt for a reasonable portion of the skinless white meat turkey instead of the dark with skin. You'll save yourself 45 calories and 6 grams of fat. Also, be mindful of the alcohol intake. That packs on an extra 150 calories, which can add up. Also, you can make healthy substitutions. Using like Greek yogurt in place of butter or sour cream, applesauce instead of oil, low-fat milk or almond milk instead of cream. Number 8, avoid the seconds. Just don't do it. Oftentimes, we feel like when we eat, we have to have that feeling of fullness. Really, it's supposed to get you by to the next meal. So stop when you feel comfortable. Number 9, make sure that you're drinking at least 8 glasses of water during the day and stay hydrated. Oftentimes, we think we're hungry when it's actually just thirst. And number 10, just keep it in perspective. Overeating that one day isn't going to make you gain weight. It takes a long period of overeating to gain weight, but it also takes even longer to get that extra weight off. And just enjoy the time with your family and friends. Other tips that you could use is to cut back on the calories a few days prior to your Thanksgiving meal and then afterwards. Also, you can maybe start a new tradition with a holiday walk or a family workout. And the third one I'm going to cover more in depth is portions and portion control. And prepare for handling your worst temptations. If you can't decide on which dessert you really want, take a tiny portion of each. So with that being said, what does a real portion look like? And for a lot of people, our minds are very skewed about this. Rice, pasta, fruits, and veggies. 1 serving is actually 1 cup, which is equivalent to a baseball or your fist. Meat, fish, and poultry, 3 ounces is 1 serving. And you can relate that to a deck of cards or the palm of your hand. Nuts and raisins, a serving is 1 ounce, and that's equal to 4 dice or your fist. For chips, popcorn, and pretzels, 1 ounce is the size of a light bulb or your 2 fists together. Peanut butter and hard cheese, 1 ounce would be from the base of your thumb to the tip. And then cooking oil, mayonnaise, butter, sugar would be a teaspoon or just the end of your thumb. The other thing I'm going to talk about is portion distortion. In this day and age, we really don't know what a portion is, because when we go out to eat or we go to fast food, we are given just mass quantities of food. So in comparison, 20 years ago, a bagel used to be 3 inches in diameter. Now it's 5 to 6 inches in diameter, and there's an extra 210 calories. You'd have to rake leaves for 50 minutes to burn off just that extra. But because that's what we're served, we think that's a serving. We think we have to eat it all. Popcorn, 20 years ago, a serving was 5 cups. Today, you get the tub, and you usually get free refills. So back then it was 270 calories. Now it would be 630. And you'd have to do 1 hour and 15 minutes of water aerobics to burn the extra 360 calories. Hamburgers, for instance, 20 years ago, 333 calories. Today's burger, 590 if you're lucky. And to burn off those extra 257 calories, you'd have to do 1 hour and 30 minutes of just lifting weights. And even with the salads, you think you're going, and obviously that is the better choice, but even 20 years ago, salads calories were 390. Today's salads, 790, because there's an extra 2 cups. So you'd have to walk a dog for 1 hour and 20 minutes to burn off the extra 400 calories that you would get. Some of our favorites would be the Starbucks, and that's obvious. 330 calories as opposed to 20 years ago, 45 calories when you just got the little cup and saucer with the milk and sugar. Again, with the beverages, at McDonald's, it's $1 for any size. So obviously, give me the big one. But in doing that, you're going to add the sweet tea, 700 calories. Back in the 70s, the popular drink were only 6.5 ounces. So you've got a lot more extra calories to burn off because our portions are so distorted. Even like your turkey subs, 20 years ago, 320 calories. It was just on 2 regular pieces of white bread. Now you get the big sub and you're adding 820 calories or an extra 500 calories. French fries, 210 calories. Today's portions, 610. So you need to walk leisurely for 1 hour and 10 minutes to burn off those extra 400 calories. So I just tell people who see me that be mindful of your portions, and just because that's what you're given doesn't mean that's what you need to eat. Even when you go to restaurants, do half, ask the waiter or waitress for a box right when you get your food so you don't tempt yourself into that. So now we're going to have Eric Williams, and he's going to talk about what Route 250 has to offer and what we have here.
You guys hear me okay? We good? All right. Thank you, Tricia. All right, so for those of you that don't know me, I'm Eric Williams. I'm a coach at Route 250 Performance Training, and it's a smaller gym inside of Super Fitness, located in New Philly at the Newtown Mall. I'm here today to kind of what Tricia said, kind of let you guys know what Route 250 has to offer the Provia employees. But first, I want to talk a little about taking an active role in your health. So when you take an active role in your health, it's all about changing your behavior and taking a more active role in your life and taking more responsibility and making more smart decisions to lead that healthy lifestyle every day. Being healthy is a lifelong process. It's not just from January to March, which is what a lot of people think is. Okay, it's a lifestyle change. So it involves breaking old habits, but more so developing healthier ones moving forward. I'm going to go over what Live, Think, Be means. So living well means taking an active role in your health by doing things that will keep you well and change behaviors that put you at risk. Okay, so if you're someone that gets fast food on the weekends, cutting that out, okay, is that's a humongous step for people, or even people that drink Pepsi or Mountain Dew, 2 cans a day or whatever. If you cut that in half, that's a giant step in living well. Thinking well, learning how to stay well, and make the most of your healthcare dollars and benefits, and encouraging others to actively use healthcare tools and resources. So with that, like with what Previa provides their employees, Previa takes an active, speaking of taking an active role, that's what Previa does with allowing their employees to come, they let us, coach the employees here at Previa, and also they're allowed to come down to our place for a really discounted price, which I'll get into in a little bit. And being well, maintaining your new positive health behaviors, just being an example for, just being a healthy example at work, home, or in your recreational time. Okay, most of you may have heard some of the benefits of physical activity, but I'll go over them again. Improved mood, okay, that's the biggest part. Okay, attitude is everything. I had an old high school coach used to tell me, or in our team, attitude is contagious. Okay, if you have a bad attitude, okay, it's going to infect everyone around you. Because we've all seen people, or may have been ourselves too, that if they have a bad attitude, it just kind of brings the morale down. But on the other side, if you're more of a positive attitude, then everyone around, that starts becoming infectious, and that spreads really well. Physical activity combats chronic disease, weight management, improved energy level. You'll notice that if you become if you start a regular physical activity schedule throughout the week, you have an improved energy level. You'll feel more, you won't feel as tired in the afternoon, that kind of thing. Promotes better sleep at night, and last but not least, it's fun. Now, the people that come on Tuesday and Thursday, they might joke and say, yeah, it's torture, but it's not torture. It's actually really fun. Maybe not during the 30 minutes, because it might be a little painful especially if we do a lot of squats or whatever like that, but it really does benefit you, and just being in that team atmosphere is what makes it really fun. So at Route 250 Performance Training, these are some of the classes that are included and available to all Previa employees. The classes include TRX suspension training, which is what I teach. That's me in the picture, just a small group. Basically, if you've walked down to the cafeteria on Tuesday or Thursday and you've seen these black and yellow straps hanging from the ceiling, that's what TRX suspension training is. It's all body weight exercise. The best way to explain it is you've all seen gyms. So gyms where you sit on a seat and you do your exercises. Okay, any of those exercises, I can show you how to use your body weight to do those. Now, this is more beneficial because at the gym, you're stabilized by a chair, okay, or some kind of external device, whether it be a bench, chair, steps, or whatever. But here, what's going to stabilize you? Your core, okay? So it's going to really strengthen your core and back while you're doing the move, okay? So if we're doing what a bench press will look like, or a push-up, okay, you're going to use a lot more muscle activation than just sitting down on a chair working that same muscle group. So that's the benefit of that. And you can change the difficulty. So if you're more advanced, then you can make the difficulty harder. But if you're someone that's just starting out, you can just, by the way of where your foot position is, it becomes easier. So that's what's really cool about TRX. Cross training, it is what it is. We're not affiliated with CrossFit, so if any of you have heard of CrossFit, that's what cross training is. Our coaches there will teach you how to effectively lift weight and be proficient and also safe. Les Mills Grit, that is a half-hour, really high-intense, calorie-burning class. Some people just like to come in, get their workout in, and leave. That's the perfect class for those people. Burnout, that is taught by Rick. Rick teaches out here on Tuesdays, which I'll get into that in a second. Rick Out is an hour long, but it's the first half hour of kind of cardio, get your heart rate up. And then the second half hour is more of like martial arts, self-defense, mixed martial arts, boxing, those kind of things. Route 250 Tabata training, that is taught by Rick and I. That is also a half hour long. Tabata training is a form of interval training, which is 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest for a total of 8 rounds. Okay, so it may not seem like a lot just from only doing 20 seconds worth of stuff, but with the 10 seconds of rest, that's where it kind of gets you, and it keeps your heart rate up, keeps your fat burning level going, and you burn a lot of calories. Les Mills Body Pump, it's just a longer version of Les Mills Grit. So Grit is a half hour, Body Pump is less intense, but it's an hour long. Insanity, you guys have probably seen those DVD videos. The same guy that does T25, he's a creator of Insanity. So that's an hour long, choreographed. It's only one night a week at our gym, but also really good calorie burn class. Now with team training, that's another thing that Provia provides for their employees as well. At Route 250 Performance Training, we have team training on Monday and Wednesday morning at 5:30 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. with me, and then the same time in the evenings at 5 to 5:45 with Rick. Okay, so anybody that comes on Tuesday and Thursday at Provia can come to those as well if they want more days of the week where they're working out. Okay, so at Provia, Tuesdays with Rick at 4 to 4:35 and 5 to 5:35, and then same times with me on Thursday. Okay, so you can see by the picture, we kind of just go into that cafeteria room, move the tables out of the way, and we bring all of our equipment to you guys. Okay, so we have all the workouts prepared. All you got to do is, you guys got the easy part. You just got to walk through the door and we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with just a little quick thought of what the greatest investment is. Okay, it's not your house or whatever stocks or a car, none of that. The greatest returns is when you invest in your health. Okay, because a lot of people probably depend on you, and a lot of people care that you're around and you're healthy. And B, gyms might be expensive, eating healthy might be expensive, and all that. But so is, adding up all your fast food totals throughout the year, and adding up all the pizzas we've ate all year, and drinks and all that other stuff, all that other unhealthy stuff all year. That's not gonna outweigh what it is to invest in yourself. Okay, so that's just a little quick thought. I'm going to leave you with. Trisha's going to come back and introduce you to a program.
Okay. I just wanted to announce, and we did this last year, the Provia's 3-pound challenge. And what that is, if you gain no more than 3 pounds this holiday season, you'll be rewarded with wellness portal points. Each point is equal to $1. If you have an HSA savings account, it'll be put into your savings account at the beginning of 2017. If not, you'll get those dollars on your paycheck. And all you really have to do is maintain. You can actually even gain pounds and still get $10, which is just mind-blowing to me. But if you maintain or gain less than 3 pounds, you'll receive 10 wellness points or $10. If you lose weight, you'll actually receive $20. So the weigh-in will be Wednesday, November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving in the lunchroom. And then when we come back from Christmas break, which I thought we had to come back on Monday, but no, we get an extra day. So Tuesday, January 3rd will be the way out. So if you just want to come down then in the lunchroom on Wednesday and get signed up for that, you can do that. So that'll give you just a way to stay accountable and be mindful of what you're doing over the holidays to try to earn some extra money. Okay? Thanks for coming. Have a great day.